From rural roots to urban realities, the hidden stories of migration and urbanization. We are the citizens, and this is our story. Urban citizens, have you ever wondered why people leave the quiet of their villages for the chaos of the city? What makes some succeed in the concrete jungle while others fail and return home? Today, we embark on a journey, one that reveals the hopes, struggles, and stories behind urban migration. It's not just about cities, it's about the people who build them with their dreams, their sweat, and sometimes their tears. Stay with us as we uncover the truths of rural to urban migration and what it means for our future. The decision to migrate is never simple. For many, it's a leap of faith, a chance to escape poverty, find better jobs, access quality education, or provide for their families. In Africa, migration often begins in villages, driven by drought, conflict, or the allure of city life. In Asia and Latin America, rural farmers move to booming industrial cities, hoping to tap into global markets. Migration isn't just an African story, it's a global phenomenon, shaping cities everywhere. Meet Salif, a 27-year-old who left his village in Mali for Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, with little more than hope in his pocket. Salif started as a street vendor selling phone cards. Over time, he built a network of loyal customers, saving enough to open a small shop. Today, Salif is not just supporting his family back home, he's employing others, contributing to the urban economy. His story is one of resilience, adaptability, and taking advantage of the opportunities cities provide. Now meet Amina, a mother of two from Ethiopia. She moved to Addis Ababa after losing her farmland to drought. With no skills for urban jobs, Amina struggled to make ends meet, often relying on informal, low-paying work. Eventually, she returned to her village, disillusioned by the city's harsh realities. For Amina, the lack of support, skills, and housing in the city made survival impossible. For every Salif who thrives, there is an Amina who struggles. What separates success from failure in migration? Here's what we've learned. Support systems, migrants with family, community, or networks in the city often fare better. Skills and education. Those who arrive with marketable skills are more likely to find stable work. City infrastructure, cities that provide affordable housing, job opportunities, and access to services are more likely to help migrants succeed. Without these factors, many migrants face the harsh realities of overcrowded slums, exploitative labor, and eventual return to their rural homes. Case study, a global perspective. In the 1980s, Shenzhen was a small fishing village in China. When it was designated a special economic zone, millions of rural migrants flooded the city, drawn by factory jobs and booming industries. Today, Shenzhen is a global tech hub, but its success wasn't just luck. The Chinese government invested in infrastructure, housing, and industry, allowing millions to integrate into the urban economy. This shows what's possible when governments plan for migration. Example 2, Paris, France. In Paris, migrant neighborhoods like La Goutte d'Or became hubs for newcomers from Africa and the Middle East. These areas started as arrival cities, transitional zones where migrants settled and adapted. Some thrived, creating vibrant cultural and economic centers, but others faced marginalization due to discrimination, inadequate housing, and restrictive policies. Paris reminds us that migration success depends on both people and policies. Slums don't just appear, they're often the result of government policies. Here's how. Colonial planning. Many African cities were built for elites, excluding indigenous populations. Poor urban policies, inadequate housing, eviction policies, and lack of infrastructure push migrants into informal settlements. Neglect. Governments often ignore slums, allowing them to grow unchecked. Kibera in Nairobi and Dharavi in Mumbai are stark examples of what happens when cities fail to plan for growth. But success stories like Shenzhen show that with the right investments, slums can be transformed into thriving urban communities. Urban migration isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. By 2050, over 60% of Africa's population will live in cities. The question is, will our cities grow into places of opportunity or remain hubs of inequality? For that to happen, we need smarter policies, inclusive planning, and investments in infrastructure. But most importantly, we need to listen to the stories of people like Salif and Amina, because cities are built on their hopes and dreams. We are the citizens, and this is our story. Migration is more than movement, it's transformation. From the villages of Mali to the megacities of China, it's the people who shape our cities. So, urban citizens, what do you think? What does it take for migration to succeed, for people and for cities? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue this journey with us. What does it take for cities to become places of opportunity? Is it up to governments, communities, or individuals? Share your thoughts. Tag someone who's migrated or experienced urban life. Let's hear their story. Whether it's Shenzhen, Paris, or Nairobi, the story of migration is everywhere. What's your take on how cities shape lives?